Hello happy gardeners, welcome back to Stinky Ditch Nursery. Marla on camera again. Say hello Marla.
Hello.
And today we are potting up our cuttings that we took earlier in the year. We're at the start of July now in the UK and we took some cuttings from some honeysuckle and we took some cuttings from some thyme earlier in the year. I did a couple of vids about this and now we have some success. Marla, I'm going to put my glasses on and spin in and show people all the failures. Now, spinning, show me. This is a honeysuckle that just didn't do it. I don't know why it didn't. Actually, Marla, come up here. Just show them the place where we've got them. Look, here's my honeysuckle cuttings. A lot of them didn't make it. They got a bit too wet, a bit too dry. Some of them have. Here are the thyme ones. Look, some have made it. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Some have made it, some haven't. And so when I didn't keep as close an eye on them as I should have and all this sort of stuff. Best thing to do is just take loads, like that. And if some work, some work. Especially if you're not using pesticides as well, because if you grow more, there's less likely to get them all eaten. So anyway, with our failures, which I'm not worried about, you can tell they're failures, that's it, that can just go in the compost, it doesn't matter, all done. But we've got some here that have worked. And with the thyme, same thing. Look at this one. The drier pots seem to do work better than the ones that got wetter. And you can see I've got a load of dead plants. I've got one at the side there that's working. But the main thing that we've been looking out for are, Marla, spinning again, sorry, you're having to move around a lot here, are the roots coming out the bottom. There we go. And on our thyme as well, see that? We've got little roots coming out the bottom. So that means these things are ready to pot on. So we need a potting mix. And I am going to use predominantly topsoil. I'm going to stick a bit of topsoil in the sieve, like that, and then I'm going to put a bit of gritty sand with it, like this. A little bit. You don't have to be perfect with this sort of stuff. Gives it a bit of drainage. And then we're going to stick I'll do that afterwards actually. I'm going to stick some slow release fertiliser in there, but I'll do that after I've sieved it. So right, let's give it a bit of a sieve, Marla. Oh, don't you love sieving compost? Hurts me arm a bit though. Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about my back arm. Oh, it does hurt. Right, so a little bit of slow release compost slow release fertiliser in here, like this. If you get a packet, get something organic and just check what it says on the label. There's so many things out there. Anyway, we'll mix this all together now. Get that nice and mixed up. And there we go. There is our lovely little seedling mix. Now I'm going to do the honeysuckle, but the same thing works for both of them. I'm going to stick them into little 9cm pots, and so we're going to tip this out. First, you've got to water it. Marla, ooh, going all over the place here, aren't I? Look, first we've got to water it. So I'm going to give that a good old watering. Sorry, did I get your trousers then?
You did, my shoe.
I'm sorry. There we go. So I'm going to give that a good old watering and let that soak down like that. Then we're going to get our pots like this. Marla, there we are. Put a little bit in that pot. Let's do a few at a time. A little bit in that pot. And these cuttings, they're so easy to do. If you keep a closer eye on them, and I do, you're much more likely to get a better success rate out of them. But anyway, so that's soaking now, and we're going to... These are dead. Get rid of that. I'm just going to ease it out onto my hand like this. And, oh, look, they're just snail's eggs. Look at that, load of snail's eggs. We'll pop those outside somewhere. There we go. Just pop them there. Not going to eat them this year.
Oh God.
That was silly, wasn't it? Right, now what I'm going to do to split these up, you can see that they've got nice roots going on. We're going to break it in half like this first, ever so gently. Oh, one's just fallen off the edge there. There we go, they're coming apart nicely, but we don't want to pull them and break those roots at all. We just want to do this gently, there we go, with as much soil on it as possible. There we are, that's a dead one. And so with my cutting there, my rooted cutting, I'm going to stick them in the pot. Just move those to the side. Can everyone see this?
Yep.
We're going to sprinkle it around the edge, leaving our little gap at the top like that. And there we go. I'm going to give it a bit of water. Let's do another one just to show everyone. Now this one here, that's quite a big one. Look at that. Now because that's quite a large thing going on, look at that. Look how much, that's a little baby. Look at that. That's got quite a lot of root on it, hasn't it? So I'm going to stick this in a bigger pot. And you can do this. You don't have to set yourself to a certain size pot when you do your cuttings. You're potting on your cuttings. I'm going to pop him in like that. And then we're going to fill up around the edge with the compost. Now these are going to have a water. I'm going to leave them in an unheated greenhouse for a little bit, but they are all hardy plants, so the thyme and the honeysuckle, they can both go outside. There we go. And because... That's how you clean your hands. Right, because this is, Marla, if you'd like to spin in, because I've got one shooting out the side here. Can you see that? We've got a little... Yeah. I'll get rid of those dead leaves. Just tidy them up a little bit. Got one shooting out the side here, and it's gone ever so leggy. You can tell by the gap between the leaf nodes. Like this one, see what I mean? You've only got a little gap there. So this is growing quite slowly, but this is growing too quickly. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pinch that out there like that. This will encourage more growth to come up, and it will encourage the plant to become a bit bushier. We could pinch out the other tips as well, but I'm quite happy with how that one's going at the moment. I'm going to give those water. We're going to do the same to our thyme, and like I said, leave them in an unheated greenhouse for, just for them to get used to it, a week or so, and then I'm going to start hardening them off to outside, and they're going to go outside, and we will have lovely honeysuckle plants from those. Maybe later in the year, but more than likely next year. Anyway, it's been Robbie Phoenix down at Stinky Ditch Nursery, just showing you what to do with your honeysuckle cuttings once they've rooted, and it's time to pop them on. Marla's been on camera. Did I say that?
Possibly,
I said it twice now.
Probably.
Anyway, thank you for watching.